Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cafeteria Conversations podcast, where we get down to the nitty-gritty aspects of student life. We have new main episodes every Monday and new sub-series episodes every other Wednesday in between. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to drop a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button and check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Caf Convos Podcast. Thank you and hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Cafeteria Conversation. As you can tell by me doing the intro and all 7 of us being here together in one episode, this is a bit of a special episode. So the school year for us is ending, and we're graduating.
Yeah. No more Google Meet. Let's go.
That's a lie. Wait till next year.
Man, then we're moving to Zoom, dude. We're graduated. We're off to Zoom. It's a dub.
Bro, 4 years like that. Blink.
Yeah.
They weren't lying when they said it'll go by really fast.
Yeah, and I feel like it went even faster since we were online for almost a year and a half.
Yeah, we had 2 years.
Yeah.
2.5 years.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I remember in grade 9 meeting half of you guys. It was so weird. How I remember I didn't know who half of you were, and I was like, oh, look at these strange.
I was
weird
taller
kids
than
in
Maddie
class.
in grade 9.
Was I big flex?
Oh,
Everyone
was taller than Maddie.
Yeah.
boots to catch up to our height. He wore these big Timberland boots every
I
day.
didn't even wear them to catch up to you. I just wore them because I liked them. All right.
Because they made you taller than us. Mm-hmm.
Took me a semester and I outgrew all of you.
Yeah, I mean, let's
We don't need to
That was
focus on that
a lot
part. We don't need to focus on
Okay, so this episode we're just going to be talking a bit about what the experience has been like running the podcast for the last how many months. We started in
9 months, the length
beginning
of pregnancy.
December, right?
No,
Alright.
we started beginning of November.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Beginning of November, so we're going to be talking about the experience doing that.
Fake fan.
Fake fan. Fake host.
Can I even be a fan? I don't know. But yeah.
You can
we're
be a
Fake
fan of your
host.
own work.
Fake host,
It's
fake
called
host.
self-love, Maxwell.
Self-love.
Okay, so we're going to be talking
And if you
about...
needed any reminder as to why we don't have all 7 of us.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about that experience and also what our plans are moving forward from this point in the summer, and also how we're going to be running things in the fall when we're all at different locations again, but even busier
Oh,
university.
that's so stressful.
So,
I guess
Did we even say
looking
wait?
back,
Did we even say it was our season finale? This is our season finale.
By
we
the
didn't
way,
say that.
bye.
We just said, "Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
ending high school."
I guess as a season finale, let's and we can recap our entire season. When you watch those shows, and then at the end of the season, they always have that good episode that reflects back, and there's
Oh yeah, and you
connections
see
to,
all the flashbacks from the past episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all
What are-
different clips from everything, all the different TikToks we've made just in a row. It's an hour-long TikTok reel.
Gosh,
Oh my goodness.
we could.
highlights.
I don't think any of us have the willpower to edit any of that, so we can just
I'm
act.
sorry.
We can act out our favorite moments. I think one of my favorite moments would be when I got absolutely flamed in my first episode for that "We're living on a rock" speech I gave. That was very funny.
my one of my favorite moments. This was in the blooper reel. Of Ella. That was pretty funny. And then Ella started
I think
barking
my-
right after that.
I think my favorite moment filming was the Burnout episode, because I think that took us a solid 45 minutes to start because Maxwell couldn't handle how Maddie drinks water. And that
because it's wrong.
Yeah, he holds it like
It's
this.
funny.
Oh,
until
What
it's
is
wrong.
water,
wrong with
speaking-
holding a glass with your fingers? I do not
You're gonna drop
You
understand.
hold it like you're
Wrong.
holding I don't know. You're why are
You
you
hold
so
it like
scared
this.
of touching it? Why are you holding it
I'm
so
not.
little?
I'm just holding it.
you hold
Speaking
it
of
like
water-
I mean, you're not supposed to drink that.
I don't drink it. It's just God.
Naman's water counter was another
Oh.
funny moment.
That oh my goodness, dude! I actually had a heart attack. Not because of the water, because of because I was editing that little TikTok reel thing, and I feel oh my goodness, I was finished, and then my computer crashed or something, so it didn't save, and I went and I was in tears. I was I spent 4 hours on this, dude, because I was just learning the new program, right?
Oh,
And then
yeah,
I was like, this is game over. I hate everything. And then I checked the auto saved, and then there is an auto saved, and I was like, oh wait, it's like, do you know that moment where it's like you're like a kid, and then you're crying to your parents. It's like, oh, we don't have this, and they're like, it's right there, and you have to like wipe your tears in embarrassment. It's like, oh.
Yeah. I think like behind this, not that the main episodes aren't fun to record and what we talk about aren't fun, but or like the episode itself, but the behind the scenes and like the planning and everything we do, like outside of the actual, like outside of everything you see, I feel like that's like the most fun part. Like starting the episodes they always take so long because someone's always laughing. Like when we're thinking of ideas, like, or like our meetings. Sometimes our meetings like deteriorate halfway through, and we end up talking about like something completely different. There's like 3 people in a Valorant game in the meeting.
I wonder who.
Okay, wait. Okay, Naman watching the Habs game during our meetings too. Like we'll be talking about like our upcoming like uploads, and he'll just start screaming.
So on Tuesday,
And like even I think like, for this episode before I was kind of late, not really late, but I joined, and they were just watching iCarly like
because Naman joined.
The reboot's out, man.
Because we said okay. Because here's the thing: whenever we plan episodes, I always try to say like half an hour earlier, so that because we are gonna inevitably start half an hour later than we actually say we will. But Naman joined at like 1:30, and there were like 4 of us already on call, and I was kind of like, wow, already over half of us are here at 1:30. This is so good. And Naman's like, yeah, I gotta go do an errand real quick. I'll be back for 2. And I was like,
the traffic was so bad, man. I'm going down the street, okay? There's so much traffic on one side, and the other side's fully clear. All right, I'm like, okay, when I go and then when I come back, it'll be clear. No, I come back, the traffic's on the other side. How does that work?
Everyone's also going back.
Y'all could have told me. I could have had another half hour of sleep, man.
Oh my goodness. No.
Oh yeah. No, but I think one of the things that I'm the most proud of with the podcast is definitely like we have a system now. I definitely want to like fine tune it as we go over the summer, because I think in order for us to really make this work come September, we needed like a really strong routine. But I know those first few months of the podcast, trying to like figure out meetings, trying to figure out like what do we need every week for the upload to go out was very like rough. But like that's how everything is. And I think our system now is like makes me really happy.
Yeah, and Papa Maxwell made us a Notion that we can use. So we're all
you have to teach me how to use it.
But I'm glad that like I'm glad that we've like maintained like a professional system, I guess. But,
As
like,
she says, Papa Maxwell.
I like that. Like, I don't feel like. Okay, no, like we're all friends. We've been friends outside of this podcast for a long time. We talk about that a lot. But I'm glad that we were able to maintain our friendship, but like not have it interfere with like our podcast, but like not have our podcast. You know what I mean? Like I'm glad that no one got super pissed at anyone in the workspace. And
that scared me a lot at the beginning.
Yeah, because I was worried like the dynamics would have been weird, like not taking each other seriously just because we were friends. You know, like when your boss kind of goes like, "Hey, you have to do this," and you're like, "Okay, I have to do that." But then when your friend's like, "Hey, can you do this?" You're kind of like, Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so and with like all 7 of us.
Yeah, I was just worried that we wouldn't be able to do anything because we would not be able to see each other as like, I guess, coworkers rather than friends. Yeah. Like colleagues. But it worked out really well. I'm glad we were like if we were like a TV show and we were all colleagues, we would make a good TV show. That's the dynamic I think we have.
Is that what's next?
Netflix sign us on. We'll take over.
Probably be more
who just got the reality show?
High Palace, dude.
There we go.
We can be the
Would we though?
Yeah.
Half of you. I mean, have like a permanent camera of.
Naman is dancing right now, by the way. If you can't see him, if you're listening on Spotify,
I was doing the TikTok dance.
Why?
Which one, Naman?
The Renegade.
Oh, he was doing the Renegade.
Oh my goodness.
Audio caption brought to you by.
I love that.
I'm really proud of my beatboxing. I think it's gotten better. I think.
Why right
now? In context to the
like
intro.
from the first episode to the last episode, your beatboxing has gotten better.
Oh, like when you beatbox the intro.
Every time I'm in the recording, I always beatbox the intro right after the first intro, right? And it's gotten so much better. like I know we're recording it, right? If you take the first one and the one I just did, oh my goodness, I'm really proud of it.
That's just because the first like few months you did it, you weren't even doing the intro.
Don't worry about it.
You were
just beatboxing.
random noises and making random noises. I think one time you did the Mario song, and it was
What?
No, that was me, I think.
oh okay. So well, someone.
I don't know why.
did it.
Whenever I sing the intro, I end up singing the Mario song.
Yeah, like you kind of like the first two, like do you know?
No,
Yeah.
no, I really don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know, you hear it?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Like the do.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no,
I think
maybe
it's
you don't
more
have
like-
musical ears like me. So,
Maybe I don't.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
That's what
I have a
thought.
question for you guys. Do you
Sure.
guys? What was your favorite episode that you were in from the last few months?
Boy Talk 1. Boy Talk 1?
Please.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't
Boy
remember
Talk
how
That was my
What?
least favorite video. No, Boy Talk 2 was my least favorite, but I wasn't even in it. The stress of asking you guys to film it every single week for like a month straight.
Boy Talk 1 was really good. The mic things messed up, but beside that, it was such a fun video to record. What did I talk about? I talked about my Minecraft girlfriend who was secretly a Trump supporter. That was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
What else did we talk about? We talked about so much. Wow, it was such a
Elementary
good.
school.
That was elementary.
Yeah.
School. It was a good bond.
Ooh, I like my favorite episode would probably be the one with me, Kayla, Anna of our
Oh,
when
middle
we
school
re-
cringe?
when we relived our middle school memories. That was a good one.
I was gonna say that.
I was
think-
looking at our I searched us up on Spotify to see what episodes we had, and if you search up CA, the first thing that comes up is Castaways, the song.
Nice.
Wow. I think my favorite video to film might have been. Okay, actually, you know what? No, Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Girl Talk 2 because
Which one was that?
hobbies. Because that was like
Yeah.
a 3-hour recording session,
Uh-huh.
and it just felt like it was really long. But I think what made me really happy was afterwards we were talking about, because like after we film, we usually like debrief like just bits and pieces that we might want to like rewatch when we edit. And Emma said that like she liked talking about it, and then we were just like, I felt really like happy knowing that everyone likes filming Girl Talk, because Girl Talk is like my favorite episodes to film, and it felt good to get like all of that out. And I also love when people say that they like Girl Talk. Like it brings me so much joy when I have people when they say like, oh yeah, Girl Talk is like, and it's like yeah.
we have
So that's
people,
probably
like,
my favorite.
We have people tell us like, oh, we've never thought about like this situation or like these issues like through this perspective that you provided. Like I know that there are a few guys that watch, or like we've had like 1 or 2 people message us about it, and I like that like through Girl Talk we've been able to talk about certain issues that other people wouldn't even like give a second thought to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these.
Yeah, I think
because
that's
Girl Talk, I guess like it's like our little baby. Like we're all really passionate about it. We all really care about it, just because like it's like such a good place to like talk about what we go through as like little ladies. It's also like where we can release our anger towards how we feel as little ladies. But I just like the fact that we've been able to reach people with it. You know what I mean? And it's not just us ranting to each other at like 3 a.m. about how much we hate being like girls because we hate the way that people treat us as girls.
Yeah.
But we've reached people that I guess could one day make a girl feel, like could help a girl like in our position not feel as like poopy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes me really happy, and like on days where sometimes I'm a little tired, and like we'll get to this maybe a little bit later, like the podcast burnout, but knowing that there are people who genuinely can like find some like, you know, relatability in those episodes, that makes me really happy. But
meanwhile, tune
what
into
do you
Guy
guys- what do
Talk
you
where
guys
we talk about Trump supporting Minecraft girlfriends. Anyway.
It's good. I think it highlights our dynamics really well.
We're gonna
That's
get
my fault.
into more serious things, so we just
Yeah.
wanted to start
Yeah.
off with lighter topics. We'll talk about that later when we talk about the plans that we have for the future coming up. But yeah, favorite episodes. Continue.
Go.
Favorite episode?
I think mine is clubs and courses.
That
I
one
don't
was
know why.
fun. Yeah.
That one was really fun to
Christmas
record
time.
for some
That one
reason. And I think because the three of us had similar courses, but also different ones. So that's why I'm also looking forward to like university when we all start taking more niche courses.
Yeah.
Can we do like a revamped
Ooh.
clubs and
Yeah.
courses?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, and none of us are gonna be in the same programs.
Oh,
Yeah.
My goodness.
We're all gonna have like different things
I
we're
can
doing.
tell you guys about all my East Asian courses, my Italian
Crazy.
cinema.
I can tell you guys
Italian?
You took an
about.
Italian cinema course?
Bro, that's crazy. What the heck? Oh wow, this is so exciting. Oh my goodness, I was gonna say something. I just totally forgot. My bad. Oh, I remember. I like the episodes I recorded with Emma. And I like, for example, like the challenge with Myth one was really fun, and then with Maxwell the travel one. Oh, the travel one was so good. Oh my goodness, the travel one, because there's so many good stories of just like. little
Nobody
things.
kept telling us the story that he was gonna tell him that one, and be like, no,
I
it's okay.
know.
I like another one, and then he would tell another
times
one.
now.
Yeah,
I have so
Yeah.
many travel stories, dude.
Maybe we'll make a part 2. in
Yeah,
the
you say the same one every time.
because like, it's the funniest one. God.
it was
Tend
really
to laugh
funny.
every time.
Yeah, like it's like your first time hearing it. It's like, yeah, that's so funny. I love that's such a unique story. I've never heard it before. Not weeks ago. Not
Jokes.
I'm
You
not
tell it
years
differently
ago.
every time, Namin.
I'm
We
gonna
love
let
it.
myself
It-
know.
I'm always on the
exciting.
edge of my seats. I never know
Thanks for
what-
watching, guys. Tune in next week.
Bye, Namin. Next season there will be no more Namin.
Okay, wait.
Next
Bye.
season, I'm
This is
gone.
You just
I actually had a dream once that Maxwell asked me to record an episode, and then I ran out of time, so I sent him an hour-long video of me screaming and like just screaming, and then he got pissed and kicked me off that podcast. And then that was my dream.
How dare you, Max?
Why would
How
you-
dare you?
You're
What is
Papa
wrong with you?
Maxwell.
Why would you do that?
Yeah,
Why
like,
are we calling Maxwell Papa Maxwell?
No one-
leave
no
a
one-
comment
no one
down below
else
if you
says
even
that.
listen to a 1 hour recording of me screaming on loop.
No one has ever called me that. Even you have not called me that like before today.
What kind of-
What?
I called
What?
you
This
Papa.
is-
I called you Papa Maxwell in the New Year's one because I said
We can
Papa
do that.
Maxwell has to do the intro, or like,
Oh.
or maybe Father
No.
Maxwell, like Father Max.
Natty,
Father.
Anna, what are your favorite episodes?
I was gonna say, Max, what was the name of the episode? The senior
a not
senior
so high
rant
school
of-
musical.
Oh,
that one
that
where
was
we
also my
we just
favorite,
got to be pissy about everything and it was great.
Yeah.
Just
Let it all out.
screaming about it. Yeah.
The funny thing is, we're closer to graduating now, and I don't feel it as much because
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
I
like,
definitely
just
don't.
Get it over with.
It's whatever. Get us out of here.
There's no hope to have
Mhm.
anything exciting like a graduation or anything.
Yo, y'all hyped for that drive-through?
I'm excited.
We're getting a
We-
photo
we-
booth,
we-
No,
guys.
I'm actually so excited for the send off because I get to see all you guys and we can take pictures.
You're not allowed.
Are we allowed to take,
You're not
I'm
allowed.
to take
What?
pictures?
You're not
You're not
allowed
allowed
Only
to take
you
pictures.
alone. Yeah, no
Single
group
photos
photos.
only. No group photos.
Then why would
Yeah,
they have a
it's
send off day
amazing.
for the 12s?
For us
We
to
can
bring
take
our
back
own
our
photos,
textbooks
you
and
just-
stuff.
You just can't. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so
Okay,
for the-
I say we all take our own photos and we Photoshop it together.
Okay.
I don't have
Alright,
sound,
that's
fam.
valid actually. No, just wear clothes. It's fine. Okay, for those of you that don't understand the context, we're having by the time this episode comes out, it was a couple days ago, but essentially glorified textbook drop off for grade 12s. So we get to go
Bro,
into
I have all
school.
my books right there.
We get to
dude.
go into school, give them our textbooks, get our yearbooks, which are full of screenshots of Google Meets, and then we're gonna get grad swag bags.
What?
Which
I wonder what they're gonna give us.
swag? What do you think? Like a pen?
I
I
hope-
feel like
hope
we're
they
gonna
give us
get
a water
a
bottle. I
cup.
hope they give us
I
a
think
water
we're gonna get
They're
a
bottle.
not
cup.
going to
Yeah,
give
I
us a
think
water
we're gonna
bottle.
get a
That is
water bottle.
way out of the budget. Are you kidding me?
It's like
No,
what-
they
No,
would give us
no,
a
water bottles. No,
hoodies.
they're gonna.
What
Okay, wait,
hoodies?
listen. They're gonna empty stock. They're gonna empty stock. Like we have so many MDHS water bottles because of the cheap metal ones that make your water taste poisonous.
Oh, they're gonna give us no. Oh, do you know those little lawn signs? MDHS graduate.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I want that. I want
Oh
that.
I don't have a
my God.
I
lawn.
want that so bad.
I don't have a
Put it on-
lawn.
put it on
Tape it
your
on your
balcony.
window. Tape it on your window.
Oh,
But
put it
I
over.
wanted to spend money on like a whole lawn setup, and I'm trying so hard to like not let her do that because I don't want because they're like big emoji signs. Like, oh, she just graduated. Like, no.
Oh, wait, is it like
I'll
those,
get
like,
you
watch
the
out,
school
Emma
head,
just
please.
turned 16, and there's like random cars on the front lawn. Is it like those ones?
There's like the tongue out emoji.
Wait, it's like wait. I'll find a picture.
I remember
Oh.
in my neighborhood, it was someone's like 16th birthday a few years ago, and they went all out. They got like a massive banner that said, "Be careful, freaking Duncan just turned 16,
This is
and then
what
they
it
were
looks
like,
Oh,
Definitely get that.
no.
Definitely get that.
No,
please.
no, I'm trying to get her.
Please.
I'm trying to convince her.
Emma,
not to
Please
get it.
do.
Emma
Please.
just
Wait,
graduated.
okay.
Laugh and
I
cry
will go
emoji.
there and take photos with it.
Bro,
We can all lie down in the grass and take a photo with
Alright,
it.
alright.
we just have emoji masks on with cutout eyes. That's terrifying. Oh my
No, stop.
goodness. Be like,
I kind of want
guardian
to dress
gnomes.
up for the senior center.
Oh, I am. I'm definitely.
I
I'm wearing
am.
heels. I'm wearing heels.
I have a dress.
I don't have
Wait,
heels. My
same.
heels, my feet grew. I don't have heels. Should I buy heels right
You
now?
will
Just-
remember
buy
me
heels
as
right now?
tall.
Maddie, do you have
I
a
will. I
fedora?
will walk
Okay.
in.
Sorry?
I will
Yeah, do
be.
you have a fedora?
I do not
Yes.
have a fedora. I am not getting a fedora. We're not doing this. We're not
Wear
doing
the
this.
same one.
Full circle. Come on, you have to.
Nah.
Wait,
I don't
okay,
have
what if
it.
we all just
I
but
think
if
my
we
mom got rid
walk,
of it.
if we walk off school property,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
we can
say.
all take a
We
photo
just tell
together.
her.
We should all just show up dressed to the
Wait.
nines and then take photos.
Yeah,
Dress
that's
to
good.
what?
What? How do?
Have you never heard of that saying?
Dress like
Dress to the
very
nines.
nicely to the nines.
Why 9?
9 out of 10.
I
I don't know.
I don't
So
know.
you can't be a 10 out of 10. You can only be a 9 out of 10. What? Why can't you be like
It's-
her? Like
don't blame me, blame the
It's
saying.
just a saying. It's just a saying. Okay,
this is
wait.
stupid saying.
Anna, do you have a
Ella,
favorite
you tell him,
episode?
Queen.
I'm looking for heels now for my dress.
Anna,
Bro,
Buzz.
can I borrow someone's gown? I don't have a
No,
gown.
I have.
Same.
I
actually,
didn't buy
my-
one.
No,
I
my
didn't buy
parents
one
were
either.
like, just reuse your brother's because it's the same one. It's like, all right, I might bring it. We'll see. Wear nothing
Yeah.
under.
Bet.
One big gust of wind.
No.
It's over.
Maxwell, sit down.
Oh gosh.
That's funny.
But yeah, I like looking through our channel and seeing the episodes, but
Mhm.
I think with like all of the highs that came with making this podcast with you guys, there were definitely some like harder bits. So I guess my question, what do you think was probably one of the hardest things to kind of, I guess, learn or adapt to as we went through this whole process?
Having a set schedule, because this is the only thing that had a set schedule for the last, I don't even know how many months. I don't know, like, school kind of felt wishy-washy. This is the only thing, like, you have to be here at this time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain this one. Just like when we have episodes coming out on Monday, and then we had a meeting on Sunday night, and then it's like, oh, do we have
Yeah.
the episode posted this? And then I'm like, oh, what's the episode called? And then we sit down and we're like, what is the episode called? You know what I mean? Like when it's like
Yeah,
when
we
it's like
gotta
the day to release the
Yeah.
episode like post, and then we're like, do we have a name? Or just like it's like I'm in like math class, and it's like we have an episode coming out in 30 minutes. I'm like, does anyone have a thumbnail photo? I need to erase
I
your
was
background
gonna-
right
I was
now.
gonna-
Oh
that
yeah,
was
our
one of
thumbnail
the-
photos
Thumbnail
are so bad.
photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about thumbnail photos. My fault.
Shout out Ella.
Ella be doing bits. Ella's very good with thumbnail photos. I'll send her the photo like 5 minutes after the episode's supposed to come out. No, I'm kidding. I'll
Something we're
send,
gonna improve, guys.
yes, we will.
Yes.
No, but I'll send it to her the day of, and then she'll run it up. So thank
It's
you.
it's
Ella.
funny because we have to like if you're sending them after you're recording, you have to scramble to get the same outfit and everything.
Yeah.
Like
There's a really fun.
I gave
time.
up on same outfit. I just take.
There's really fun moment where Ella tried. So, the past few episodes, I've been pulling my hair back. It's getting kind of long. But before, I used to have my hair out, and I was filming in my dark room with a red light. And then my hair would camouflage with the shirts in the back, right?
oh
So
man.
Ella would try to like draw out hair for
So you
me.
have to create the outline of
It
your
was
head.
so bad. Like like how like there's like this like
No, it was funny.
it was so funny.
Look like
It-
cartoon because she just made like spikes.
yeah, like,
One of them kind of looked like his hamster. Like it had like
Yes.
the flared out fur at the bottom.
thanks.
It's hard. It's
What
hard.
about-
Okay,
No, it is
it's
hard.
easier
It is
when I
hard.
do like longer hair, or like Matthew's hair, because Matthew has this like huge headset that just goes over his hair, so it's just like one. It's like just it's like
You,
smooth.
you have a firm line to go.
Yeah, and for like me and Michaela, like our hair just goes straight down. Like there's no like sometimes there's
Yeah.
like frizziness from an extra strand. I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm erasing that. I'm not gonna do individual strands. But then you get Max and Nevin, who I'm like
my
just
hair
like
is fine. What are you talking?
before it wasn't.
No,
it would be
That's
like
just because
it
my
would-
room is dark though. My
Okay,
hair
whatever.
itself did not.
That's the
cause
same.
problems.
It's still the same thing. It's hard to see the full outline of their hair because it's so like it's the outline is not clear. It's fuzzy, and then I'd sit there and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna erase what I think is the wall and leave what I think is the hair. I try to think in my head, what does Maxwell or Nevin's hair look like? I'm gonna recreate it, and it never looks the same. It looks like they're bald sometimes. Like there's no texture. It's just and it takes years off my life trying to differentiate between the.
But they look great every time. They look great every time.
The earlier ones are kind of
they
bad.
do. I think they look great.
I think the earlier ones are really bad.
Progression?
I'm gonna look at them.
Yeah. Okay, what about you guys? What are some of the?
I think for me it was figuring out not figuring out, just having motivation and drive. not necessarily just for this podcast, but in general. I found I think it was, when was it? So we had the last months of 2020 when we started, and it was kind of you guys could probably tell that it was kind of unorganized. This stuff was just getting posted at random times, and we didn't have a set schedule for when things were going out. But then we made it our New Year's resolution to figure out a system and organize ourselves and get everything out and make our Instagram feed look better. So that's when that happened, and we've been continuing that. And then that high of we organized everything fed into let's record a bunch of episodes.
Yeah.
So then, because we had a lot of free time at that period, during that time period, because in the beginning of February, February and March, because
new semester.
New semester was just starting. It wasn't heavy, so we were we have a lot of free time. We're gonna record 3. I think 1 week we did 4 or 5. 1 week.
4 episodes. I remember that.
What happened with that was we'd have a lot that we were releasing in advance, but then the time it reached a point where school started getting busier, and we were we already have ones filmed, so we don't need to film more because we have a lot of backup.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just oh, now we have to record because we're finishing, and then we're oh shoot, what are we gonna talk about? And it was just we weren't in the flow of doing it, because we kind of did a lot at one point and then stopped. So I think that's one thing we're definitely gonna try and
and it's weird scheduling things like this, just because school for us is so unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
It's some weeks you have no tests, and then you're okay, well, I have time to do other stuff. But then you have a month where you have a test every single week, and it's you have no time. Hopefully it'll be better. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. But it may not hard.
Be better. It'll be hard to schedule in university, especially because we're all at different schools.
Yeah.
But at least we'll know when things are, so we'll know when to block out.
True.
At least.
It's just
we know when midterms, exams, or stuff like that.
Yeah. I've seen with other podcasts, I guess with big professional ones, I guess this is kind of their job, or just the entertainment business is kind of their job, whether they're making YouTube videos and stuff like that. But it's for us, it's I don't know, it's our side thing, but the problem is that our main thing is so unflexible just because it's school. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of people that do side things, even people that have part-time jobs, you can't book certain shifts because you have school, or if you book a certain shift instead, and then you have a test the next day, and it's a really big test. Now you can't study because you didn't know you had a test. Now you're working 3 days before the test. It's
Yeah, I think the scheduling, on top of the scheduling aspect, at least, we have 4 people that work jobs. All of us are involved in extracurriculars, and I know that these last May and June have just been absolutely terrible to try to coordinate, because you might be free now, but someone else is going through their final stuff, and then when they're free now, you're getting hit with stuff, and trying to balance that with work. It's been a tough ride, and on top of that, when you do have free time, you're so exhausted. The last thing you really want to do is turn on Discord, turn on your webcam, say hi everyone, welcome back to the Caf Convos Podcast. That burnout was definitely there for us in the last little while. But
I remember having
the hardest.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say, it's hard because I really do love doing this, And I think it has been such a great opportunity, at least personally for me, to like grow in confidence and that kind of stuff. But like those last couple months, those last little while, I really did like, I was scared because I was like, in a way, it kind of felt like we only ever talked to each other for podcasts. Like I kind of felt like our friendship was becoming more podcast and less friendship. And that's something that we did sit down and have to talk about and say, like, we need to, like, how are we going to balance it so that we're not just meeting every week on Sunday just to say, okay, we need to post this, we need to post this, we need to do this. Anyone else want to share any hard bits?
TikTok.
Or not, like, harder, difficult, challenging
It's not the fun
bits?
one.
TikTok. I don't know. I learned how to use TikTok.
I think
I'm
leaving
very
the
proud of
house
Kayla. We got
too.
Kayla to download TikTok, which is very cool.
Yay.
Good job, Kayla. But okay,
It's okay,
people
Emma.
close to me are always like, why do you TikTok gets so much, like, takes so much out of you. It takes so much joy out of my life. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was an exaggeration. But it wasn't, because I wasn't just making TikToks for the Caf Convos Podcast. I was making TikTok for another club as well, which I enjoyed. I like making TikToks, but it is very stressful. Especially what Ella
You
was
put a
saying.
lot of editing into it.
Especially what. Thanks, Kayla. No, I'm playing. Especially what Kayla and Ella were saying about like having other stuff to do and jobs and stuff like that. It got a lot, and then it'd be like I remember I used to release TikToks on Thursday with my other club. It'd be Thursday at 11. I'm like, oh darn, I gotta make a TikTok now. And then so like I don't know if you could tell, but the TikToks have been the schedule used to be like I'd post one, like every time we released an episode, and then on Saturday or Sunday was a highlight, and everything kind of just slowly just declined out of I haven't really posted a highlight TikTok in the past 3-4 weeks, which I'm not proud of, but it'll get better. Next season will be much better, solely because I don't have to make any other TikToks. I can just focus on these TikToks, but yeah, that took a lot out of that probably took a few years off my life. That's what Ella would say. My fault.
The TikToks are good though. I like watching them. It's funny.
Thanks, Kayla.
But I guess along with all of the bits of like not TikTok burnout, podcast burnout that we've all in our own ways been dealing with these last couple weeks, we all kind of conclusively decided that we were going to take a small break after the end of the season just to breathe and rejuvenate and come back. That is just called hanging out, Naman. Stop calling it social. That is just us hanging out.
Work party.
But yeah,
work party.
I'll bring the vegetable and the dip for us. Don't worry.
Work Christmas party. I'll do Santa.
But yeah, no, we thought it would be better to take that time and really come back when we feel like it's not a chore, quote unquote. I don't know if anyone else wants to add to that.
Yeah, this
pretty self-explanatory.
This isn't one of those breaks where it's like, oh yeah, guys, we're not going to be doing anything for a while, and then you kind of don't know whether or not we're going to be back. We will be back for sure.
One Direction.
Oh no.
Yeah, but
Zane leaves. No.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's Naman Zayn?
Because I'm brown, Kayla? I'm the only brown guy that you
No,
had.
because we said earlier that you were leaving.
Oh, my goodness, Kayla, you
Naman
had to
send
be
off.
the only brown guy in the group. God. No, I'm playing.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Caleb pretty much explained most of it. We're going to be back. I don't know the exact date because I'm really bad with dates, but season 2 will be starting in the next 2 weeks, and we have a couple of things that we're going to do to like improve the quality. So I think season 1 ending isn't as much of like a big thing as it sounds. It's more like we're just going to take a bit of a break and make some changes, and then we'll be back and improve the quality. Not saying the quality is bad now, but yeah.
But
So.
we can always grow.
Always room for improvement.
Revamp.
Yeah.
revamp. I was gonna say Caf Convos revamped. One thing, hopefully, everything in our area is okay. We might even be able to do some actual like in-person recording sessions, which means we won't have to be accounting for the inevitable Discord lag that my laptop gives everyone. So that's really exciting.
That's what it's right now.
I know.
I see your mouth.
I have to watch everyone's facial. I know. I have to watch everyone's facial reactions so I can tell when they actually hear what I've said.
Caleb's mouth moves, and then when it's done moving, then the voice appears.
Yeah.
So I
don't know how to fix it.
Whenever we like interrupt her, it's because it's like, we think the speaking is done, but it's not actually. Like we don't know when it's gonna come. It's like we'll be in the middle of a sentence, and then boom, the rest of Caleb's thought.
Sorry.
It loads, it buffers. But that'd be so nice. All of us like in a nice little field, nice beautiful background. I think it'd be better for the YouTube as well. Everyone's like, "Wow, look at this calming background." And
Did you say ecosystem or
background? Did I sound like I say ecosystem?
No, what? Where did you hear ecosystem from?
I heard economy.
Yeah, I heard it.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Okay, the nice ecosystem in the
But
background.
yeah, in-person episodes, hopefully.
Hey.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And then also, some of us are going to the same school, so.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
3 out of the 7 going to the same school.
Yeah. So we could have
2 of the 7 are in like. Oh, actually no. I am an hour away from the 3 of the 7, and then 2 of the 7, the not 2 of the,
You can just
2 of
say
the
the
7
names.
names
Okay, yeah.
work?
Oh yeah, so Ella, Maddie, and Maxwell are going to one school, and I'm an hour away from them. And then Emma is going to one school, and Kayla is an hour away from her. And then
Are you?
I don't think it's an hour.
multiple.
I think it's more than an
definitely-
hour.
We're not
It is
even in the same
definitely
More than
province.
that, but
never
yeah, we're not in the same province. But Emma is the closest one. We can bust to meet in the middle.
And then
Coffee
Maddie,
shop
Max,
podcast
and
recording.
Ella are an hour away from Anna, and I am 3 hours away from Anna.
So how are you 1 hour away from us but 3 from Anna when we're 1 hour away from you and 1 hour away from Anna?
Because you're in the middle.
Open the schools. Open the schools.
I don't think that mathematically adds up. Does it take an hour
late
to get
for
from
them,
one
it's too
side
late
of
for
our
them.
campus to the other? How if
Okay.
you are 3 hours from
Like,
Anna and we're 1 hour from you?
Statistics
or
from-
I mean, it's
Right.
displacement. It's like you didn't even take
I
physics.
get it!
Because of that, we're going to be trying to do more in-person recordings over the summer and in the fall, and continuing, depending on what the COVID situation is, we'll be doing as many as we can.
But
In
luckily
person.
for you guys, luckily, Matthew and Maxwell are going to be roommates.
Yeah.
So, even if
Yeah.
there's a lockdown and we can't go anywhere, Maxwell and Matthew can sit together by a computer and film episodes together.
Bro, guide talk is gonna be this, alright? It's gonna be me on a computer in the middle, Matthew, Maxwell, and we're all on the same couch together. That's very nice.
Our room won't be big enough to have a couch.
It will not be big enough.
You guys are on the same twin bed, okay? And I'm right in the middle on a computer. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're all going to schools.
We're not going to talk about everything that we're changing, of course, for the new
it's a
upcoming season.
surprise.
We got to leave a little bit of spiciness, make you guys want to come back so you can see what's going to be different. So make
Yeah.
sure to be following if you aren't already, and subscribed if you are not already. But do we want to give a preview of a couple topics that we're going to be going into in the coming season?
I don't think we need to give specifics.
Yeah,
I just think
Stay low key.
we've had a list of a lot of topics that we've kind of wanted to talk about for a while now that we haven't, just because we felt like, oh, we're a not school, but like student
Like a
channel.
high
We should
school.
probably talk about other things first before getting into this. But yeah, there's a nice list of like spicy topics, as Max said, that we're gonna we're gonna talk about.
Exciting.
Yeah, because like now that we're out of high school, I guess well, it's not like we're not going to talk about anything high school related, or like it's not like we're blocking off certain topics as like a never to do. Like if there's interest in certain topics, we'll like glad to have it. But like now we're like adults, you know what I mean? We
Oh my goodness.
the field
Barely.
of things we can talk about has kind of expanded a bit. You know what I mean? Like we like from now to whenever we started, it's not that long ago, but it feels like a long time ago. But at the same time, it doesn't. But I feel like we're a lot more, I guess, qualified to talk about other things. You know what I mean? Like we're able to talk about more than
New experiences.
like take this class in grade 9. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited
I
for
think
us to like go
documenting-
kind of far, because we'll all
Yeah.
come back with different experiences now.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think documenting that initial first couple months into like, I'm going to use air quotes for adulthood because I know like we're just barely 18 or 17, but like into the next chapter of our life. And I think it'll be really funny to look back on and see like all of us collectively navigate that new area. Probably quite messily, but it'll be funny regardless. So.
100%. Our mental decline.
Definitely.
I was just gonna add to that. I feel like we had enough to talk about the topics that we want to talk about in the up and coming season, but I think we reached a point where it's like we've done a lot of episodes. I think we have like 25 or something around that number, combined sub-series and main episodes. And with all of that in consideration, I think we've matured as people, like in this setting of recording and like speaking on a platform that people will be like listening to, because of course it's like we want it to be like a casual conversation that people can just listen to, but it's still like we are aware that when we go into a call and when we're sitting down and talking about a specific topic, that it's going to be recorded and it's going to be a place we've matured, like in the podcast setting. So we're more equipped to be able to have those conversations on a podcast, and we're excited for you guys to be hearing that when they come out.
Yay.
Woo!
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, that's everything that we wanted to cover for
Think
this
so.
season finale. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this journey over the last couple of, what is that enough?
Is that the BTS hot song?
So much for maturing in the podcast.
Yeah, Naman's
setting.
leaving, so it's okay. We don't have to worry about him.
Naman's not going to be
He's
here
leaving our-
anymore.
Everyone say bye, Naman.
Bye, Naman.
Yeah,
Last
miss-
miss you and my hamster-like hair.
Yes.
yeah, so thank you guys for following us on this journey. We're excited to see what happens in the future. We're excited for you guys to be alongside us with that as well. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Drop a follow if you're listening on any podcasting platform like Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Make sure to check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Caf Convos Podcast. And if you enjoyed our content, there's a share button. You can send it to your friends and family if you think that
There
it
you
will be
go.
something that they could learn from, or just to enjoy, because that's really what we're all here for. So thank you guys very much. This is
See you
the
next season.
official ending of season 1. We will see you all in season 2 in the next 2 weeks.
Bye.
Crazy. Bye. See you next season.
Bye.